Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I would like to thank everyone who worked tirelessly this year to make this year possible. I speak on behalf of all the graduates and give Dr. Casarico, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Myers, and teachers a huge thank you for all that you've done this year and every year in the past. Many of you may have heard the quote by the great hockey player Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It speaks to us about taking advantage of the chances you have. They may end up to be good or bad, but I think one of the most frustrating things in life happens when you take the shot and you are so close, but you just come up a little short. Here's a simple story that taught me a valuable lesson in life. For those of you who don't know the game of soccer, I'll simplify this for you. I had the ball and was dribbling it up to the opposing team's goal after a ball was previously passed to me. I hadn't played in an offensive position in quite some time, and all I saw was the net. The goalie planted herself in a defensive position on the short, bright, blaring green turf. Anxiety rushed over me. The voices in my head trying to command me to pass or keep going felt like someone hurling rocks at me as I walked down the street. Long story short, I get right in front of the goal, and bam, I strike it to the near right post, and the ball bounces off the goalpost. I was devastated. I wanted to score so badly that missing by just a little bit hurt almost more than missing the goal completely. "Are you kidding me, Elizabeth?" I said to myself. I put my head down, and all I could think of was the frustration that drowned my body. But before I knew it, it deflected off the post, inbounds to my teammate. Even though I missed the first time, my teammates and I kept persevering and trying to hit it in with shots at the goal. Though we didn't end up scoring, it still taught me a powerful message in life that will live with me forever. When we are closing in on our goals and we can feel the glory of the finish line, but happen to fall right before, it is our time to get back up and take that second chance. Take that frustration and turn it into motivation. It's not time to sit and sulk like I did, thinking of the past which cannot be rewritten, but instead focus on the moment and continue chasing it until the clock runs out. Because if you take the second chance to do better by working harder, you will grow. Start today, right now. Get that rebound before it's gone. Sometimes we may have to start all over again because occasionally the rebound is not there when we want it. And that's okay. The important part is getting back up again. It may seem like starting from scratch, but in reality, the failures will help you. No matter how many bruises you get or how many times you get kicked down along the way, it's important to keep your eye on the prize and continue persevering until continue to persevere through roadblocks. Freshman year is our time to try even harder. High schoolers are our second chance to get up after any failures we made in middle school and take the opportunity to begin again. For example, some of us may not have reached a certain grade we wanted, and now is the time to retry and go after that desired grade again. Now is the time to take that rebound and drive forward and take another shot at the goal because we've made it so far already. For those of you who want a second chance to start again, because you didn't take advantage of your opportunity the first time, well, here it is. High school is your second chance to start after your plan. The likelihood of getting what you want is better if you at least try, like Gretzky said, because you have to at least take the shot. High school is a clean slate, new teachers, new principal, new rules. We should think of high school as flipping to a new page, a completely blank page. Take this time to try and rewrite your story with the ending you want, and take that with the ending you want. And that may just be by taking this opportunity of having a new beginning. Remember, there's always room to advance with new skills and push ourselves past our limits. Some of you may have reached your goals in middle school, but now set new goals. It may be academically or even just a hobby you enjoy. Either way, the blessing of a second chance to start again should never be taken for granted.
Our journey together. When what's been our normal comes to an end, a new beginning starts. We don't know what's ahead in our journey, but we know where we began. Back to the beginning, not knowing where to go, what to do, who to be with. But we found our place with our people. Lunch tables, a tsunami of gossip, Spanish parties, brownies devoured, field day, a day full of fun. We were living our best lives until what was our normal stopped. New experiences, new schedule, hiding our faces in person and virtual. This was our new normal. It was a storm, but maybe a storm that didn't come to ruin our day. Just maybe, it was a storm that came to clear our path. It brought us back together. Our new normal starts now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Waldwick Middle School 8th grade promotional ceremony. I'd like to start our program today by recognizing a number of people who've been tremendous supporters of the middle school, and they're here on stage with me today. I'd like to start with Board of Education President, Mr. Daniel Marrow Sr., Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Andrew Fry, Board of Education Trustee, Mrs. Julie Mangler, Board of Education Trustee, Mrs. Mary Beth Nappy, Board of Education Trustee, Mrs. Donna Sherry. Also with us today, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Paul Casarico, our Director of Curriculum, Instruction, and Supervision, Dr. Susan Elias, our Mayor of Waldwick, Mr. Thomas Giordano. Up in the press box, our Assistant Principal and Athletic Director, Mr. Michael Mayer. Middle School Guidance Counselor, Mr. Joshua Sussman. And our Middle School Secretary, Mrs. Marcy Herkler. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize and thank a number of people who contributed to many elements of today's program, one of them being the book that you've all received as a wonderful keepsake for you to have to commemorate this ceremony. I'd like to thank Ms. Tara Cassidy and Mrs. Marcy Herkler and Amy Baskin and the 8th grade team for putting that together and preparing the kids today. I'd like to take a moment to especially recognize Mrs. Marcy Herkler, who is really the one who runs the middle school. She does an outstanding job, and she put this program today. Thank you for all your efforts in the interest of the students. Thank you, Mrs. Herkler. Also like to recognize and thank the efforts of our Supervisor of Secondary Education, Ms. Diana Angeli, for working with the teachers to make sure that our 8th grade program was appropriately challenging and supportive of our students throughout this very different school year. Thank you, Ms. Angeli. I'd like to thank the PSO, who did so many things throughout this very different school year to support our students, grades 6, 7, and 8, and certainly at the end of the year with the lawn signs and the different events that you purchased for us at the picnic yesterday. I'd like to thank the PSO for their contributions in continually supporting our students. I'd also like this time ask Mrs. Allison Giardina and Ms. Sharon Smith to come up and be recognized for your efforts, for all that you've done for our graduates today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank the parents and families for sharing your children with us for the past 3 years. It's been an absolute pleasure working with this class. And while it seems, I was talking to someone before and I said this was the fastest slow year I could ever remember. But we will miss this class tremendously. They have certainly left their mark here at Waldwick Middle School. And lastly, to our 8th graders, I'd like to thank you for all of your hard work that you did this year, and you are the reason that we are here today. So thank you to the 8th graders for being wonderful representatives of Waldwick Middle School. And let's talk about today. What a great day it is. It is absolutely so exciting to finally have this day arrive, and to have our graduates and their families here with us is just so amazing. Welcome, everyone. It is so great to see all of you here today. As you know, Waldwick Middle School subscribes to the philosophy that it takes a village to support our students through their middle school years on their journey to personal growth and success. I'd like to take a moment to recognize all of the members of our Waldwick Middle School community, students, parents, teachers and staff, Dr. Casarico, and the Board of Education for all of the hard work you have put in to make this day possible for all of us. Please, everyone, give yourselves a round of applause. You have certainly earned it this year. It's hard to believe that 3 years have gone by since this class anxiously entered 6th grade, concerned about their middle school experience. Now, as we honor them today, they are confident individuals ready to take the next step in their educational careers and their lives. They have set a new standard for our future graduating classes, particularly in the areas of character, maturity, self-discipline, and self-reliance. It has been quite the journey for this class, a journey unlike any other graduating class in the history of Waldwick Middle School. To our graduates, please know that what you have just done is amazing. You should be very proud of yourselves. You know, this ceremony, this speech have had me doing a lot of thinking about the challenges of this past year. And they made me realize that people keep asking me the same question about this school year. You see, 18 years ago, I was fortunate enough to have the Waldwick Board of Education give me the opportunity to work with them to develop, open, and be the principal of Waldwick Middle School. At that time, I worked with all of the stakeholders, and we were able to bring to life the community's vision of a true middle school. And the culmination of everyone's hard work was very rewarding. But make no mistake, it was hard work. And for 17 years, it gave me my pat answer to a question I've always been asked about being an educator. And it also gave me a chance to make a little joke. People would always ask, what's the hardest, most challenging thing you've ever had to do as an educator? And I would always respond, open up the middle school. And the response would be something along the lines of, that sounds interesting, what did you learn from that? And then I would always make my little joke and I'd say that I never want to do it again. And now that's the next time someone asks me that question, I will have a new answer. When someone says, what's the hardest, most challenging thing that you have ever done as an educator, my quick response will be the global pandemic and working with the members of our educational community to navigate the global pandemic in the best interests of our students. This was hard, and it was really hard on everyone, but clearly it was hardest on you, our students. You know that what you just did was hard, really hard, but you did it. And that's why we're here today, because of your hard work and your efforts. You took on every challenge, adjusted to every change, and pushed through this very different, very difficult school year. And you have come out the other side of this situation, this pandemic, a stronger student and a stronger person. You stared extremely hard right in the eye and did not blink. You did things this year that I'm sure you're amazed at. You found out things about yourself that you did not know. And you accomplished things that you did not think you could do before this year. As I said before, you should be very proud of yourselves, because after this school year and this experience, there's nothing that you can't do if you set your mind to it. You know, as I kept thinking about this unique school year and what I wanted my message to our graduates to be, I kept coming back to this one scene in a movie that I've enjoyed tremendously and have probably seen about 1,000 times. It's the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. It was released in 2006 and stars Will Smith and his son, Jaden. The movie centers around Will Smith's character and his son, who are both homeless. The father's trying to provide for himself and his son by selling medical equipment while he's also working as an unpaid intern at a brokerage house. In order to get the full-time job, he has to outperform many other interns for 6 months for the one open position in the firm. The movie's message is a good one. It's basically about the belief that persistence and passion can lead to success. But it was one particular scene that really resonates with me, and it relates to my message today. In this scene, the father and son are playing basketball in a park. The boy sinks a shot and yells, "I'm going pro." And his father then says, "Okay, I don't know. You'll probably be as good as me, and I was below average." He goes on to tell his son, "You'll ultimately rank somewhere around there. You'll excel in a lot of things, but not this. I don't want you out here shooting this ball all day and all night." The boy hears his father and throws the ball away and storms off the court. He's visibly upset. The father realizes this and goes over to his son and says, "Hey, don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. You've got a dream, you've got to protect it. People can't do something themselves, they want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it, period." And that is my simple message to our graduates today. After what you've done this year, don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something. Don't let someone else write your story. You be the author of your own story. Turn their doubt into your inspiration. Turn their questions into your why. Turn their sarcasm into your spirit, and write your story. If you want to be in honors classes or the valedictorian senior year, go get it. You want to play a varsity sport as a freshman, go get it. You want to be the lead in the play or the captain of the soccer team, just go get it. Your life is your story to tell, no one else's. Over the next 4 years in high school, the next 4 years in high school will be amazing for you. You will be presented with many new, exciting, and interesting opportunities and experiences. Take advantage of them all. You will meet new people, learn new things, and make decisions that will put you on your life's path. Enjoy the process, ladies and gentlemen, because it goes by very, very quickly. Please also know that there are going to be new challenges for you along the way as well. Don't be afraid. Don't back down. Set your goal, develop a plan, and execute that plan. Because I promise you, none of the academic and social challenges that you will be faced with in high school will be harder than what you have just done throughout your 8th grade year. And it is the manner in which you handled this challenging year that has impressed me and makes me extremely confident that you are ready to move on to and excel in high school. Zig Ziglar, the famous motivational speaker, once said, and I believe it applies to our graduates today, it was character that got us out of bed, commitment that moved us into action, and discipline that enabled us to follow through. And if you take this approach with you to the high school, no one will be able to tell you what you can't do, and you will be the author of your own success story. To our graduates today, I wish you all the very best of luck. Congratulations, and enjoy your day. It is now my honor and privilege to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Paul Casarico.
Good morning, parents, relatives, Board of Education trustees, Mayor Giordano, Mr. Myers, faculty, and most importantly, to the Waldwick 8th grade class. Today, as you reach a milestone in your education, and this ceremony offers you the opportunity to reflect on what you have accomplished. While the middle school years are challenging enough, where expectations for performance and behavior have increased, you've had the added challenge of living and navigating through a pandemic for the past 15 months. The natural progression and flow of your educational process were dramatically changed, forcing you into a new and different environment. This added level of uncertainty may have caused concern and new challenges over the last part of your tenure in middle school. However, your being here today is testament to your determination and hard work. You've had to become self-disciplined, become adaptable to new learning environments, and exhibit perseverance, all traits that will continue to serve you well as you continue your education. While today serves to highlight your collective and individual achievements, it's also validation that you are well positioned to face new challenges and push yourselves even further. Over the coming weeks, take some time to think about some of the things you probably never would have done or experienced during these trying times, and use it as motivation as you move to high school. The greatest accomplishments will come during those times when you work through a struggle, so opposed to resisting or resenting challenges, seek them out. Also moving forward, you'll find that you have more choices and chance to get involved in new and different activities. Take advantage of these possibilities and continue to explore and move outside of your comfort zone. Don't limit yourself to what only you think you can accomplish. Take what you have learned from middle school and move forward to high school with confidence and faith in yourself. Great things await each of you. Again, congratulations to the Waldwick Middle School 8th grade class. I wish you all a wonderful, well-deserved summer and continued success. Thank you.
At this time, I'd ask Mr. Joshua Sussman to come up and call the roll of our graduates.
Evan Tate Abbott. Matthew Thomas Adragna. Ayan Syed Ahmed. Nathaniel William Algor. Thomas Dominic Aligo. Gamaliel Isai Ayala Mungia. Ryan Bagdis. Elise Rose Barton. Caroline Noel Buford. Celia Lynn Burke. Joseph A. Busacco. Tyler Aiden Burns. Ava Marie Campoli. Abby Carpenter. Jake Tyler Carroll. Alex James Herbert Caserta. Lila Rose Castaneda. Lucy Jane Castaneda. James Michael Cavallo. Federico Santiago Sella Pogola. Axel Da Silva. Aiden Dada. Elizabeth Victoria Davis. Sarah Elizabeth Deek. James Darrell Dean. James Robert DeBlock. John Gregory DiLorenzo. Jack William DeMena. Abigail Ray Diaz. Brendan Dillon. Carrie Ann Demetrio. Matthew Richard Dondes. Thomas Christopher Doyle. Gianna Zekian. Angie Annabelle Feblis. Kyle William George Fry. Veronica Galich. Gianna Garcia. Alexander Christopher Gaddy. Summer Antonia Gertz. Samantha Giampaglia. Joseph Michael Gianetti. Ava Elizabeth Giordina. Ari Harris Gilbertson. Sophia Nicole Gerard. Jesse Logan Gray. Eugene James Greco. Julianne Faye Greenfield. Jalen Grimes. Matthew James Harris. Rose Harvey. Joseph Hausch. Martin Arsaces Hernandez. Jason Hernandez Requeno. Jefferson Hernandez Requeno. Kelsey A. Herrera. Willow Avery Hinden. London Hom. Emma Isabella Hood. Abigail Lily Incorvaya. Karis Alessandra Isaacs. Milena Ava Jagged Spanion. Jessica Lynn James. Arson Gabriel Caprellian. Lauren Ashley Karoyan. Addison Marie Kiley. Hannah Julia Kim. Austin Killian Koenig. Victor Lara. Jacqueline Claire Lavin. James Patrick Leonard. Mia Jennifer Lenartz. Shannon McKinley Lenartz. Aiden Patrick Lysick. Catherine Willa Rose McCardle. Derek Jason Maiano. Dylan Michael Mashad. Liam Miller. Carlos Jordan Miranda. James D. Mooney. Mayu Nakano. Daniel Scott Newhouse. Sydney Allison Ng. Claudia Edmara Onigbagi. Rohan A. Patel. Adrian Ryan Payne. Joshua Pilaz Usuna. Lucas Jeffrey Pickenich. Taylor Joanne Pecars. Destiny L. Proctor. Matthew Andrew Puck. Karma J. Kuros. Caitlin Hope Rainier. Gianna Alexandra Ramos. Emmanuel Rendon. Henry Alexis Rivera. Jonah Klein Rogoff. Alexa Margarita Romero. Derek Michael Rosado. Julian Jacob Ruleman. Andrew Nicholas Sabile. Emma Rose Seifert. Benjamin Gaetano Syracusa. Matthew Attikin Slozen. Ella Ann Smith. Connor Joseph Tarrant. Ryan Dennis Tarrant. Angelina Urana. Liam Vime Olive. Maya Ella Rose Vime Olive. Diana Lee Walku. Chelsea Vashalevsky. Michael Dodd Wankauf. Paula Victoria Websick. Mia Rose White. Kyle William Wong. Noah Francis Eastern. Julian Charles Zimmerman. Haley Barbara Zerpoli. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2025.